So we're working on this kind of sustainability at AT&T, but I have to give you a disclaimer. We don't have it all figured out yet. We don't have it all nailed down. We're a small part of a larger work in progress that we're all in this room involved in. I can't speak for all of you, but I can speak for AT&T, and so I would like to give you a few examples of AT&T's journey along this road toward reciprocal sustainability. We realized about 18 months ago that we needed to put more focus and commitment on sustainability operations, and that's why, at the request of our CEO, the AT&T Board of Directors Policy Committee took on direct oversight for all citizenship and sustainability functions. We established an officer-level steering committee, and that steering committee is connected to about 20 different expert teams throughout the company that represent our business units and our operations. We work really, really hard to view our business opportunities through the lens of reciprocal sustainability. And by incorporating it into our business like that, instead of having it as an ad hoc add-on to the business, we're better able to provide feedback and inform product development, marketing, and other parts of the business. So I want to run through a quick review of some of the evidence of our sustainable business practices, specifically with our networks, innovation, education, and the environment. Again, if we want environmental sustainability, if we want to make weight, we're going to build a model that supports business sustainability. So first I'll start with our network. You probably realize that I wouldn't have brought up investing in a down economy if I couldn't have come up with some examples of AT&T doing that. So looking through the lens of reciprocal sustainability, it makes sense that by improving our communications capability, we can drive economic velocity in the country. And this is especially true in down times. In 2007 and 2008, we invested about $38 billion to enhance our wired and our wireless networks. Last year's investment was the biggest investment in America that any company made. And consistent with our belief that we have to manage our business for the long term, despite tough economic times, this year we plan to put it between $17 billion and $18 billion in that network. Think of that as planting our seed corn. Most of these dollars are going to be invested not in maintenance, but in expanding our wireless and our wired broadbands to answer demand and to increase capacity. So now let's move on to some of the innovations that run across that network. AT&T Labs has made Inventing the Future a standard operating procedure. Our labs brought the world the transistor, the laser, the solar cell, and we're still inventing every day. And in fact, we receive on average 2 patents every single day. But much of the lab's work focuses on products and services that support sustainability. For example, we're using streams of wireless information to find ways to make our cities more sustainable through better traffic management, disaster responses, land use planning. We're working with partners to take telemedicine to new levels. We're testing wireless devices that record and transmit a patient's health information from the comfort of their home. This is unbelievably important to somebody who's homebound or somebody who's in a rural area, and it's also essential to addressing the cost of health care. We've adapted software that make our communications network more resilient. We've adapted it to help species that are threatened by the extinction from climate change. This software we've put up on our website, and it's been downloaded 10,000 times by 60 different countries. So recall again that when we talk about business sustainability, we're talking about our whole operations, not the environment only, not just the short-term bottom line. And that view of sustainability is what girds the third area I want to mention, and that's our commitment to education. As many of you probably know, 1/3 of our kids are dropping out of high school. As a business dependent upon high-quality labor pool to draw from, we find that alarming. Without an educated workforce, our business will not be sustainable. Predictions are that in 25 years, this country is going to have a worker shortage of 45 million employees. People, not capital, are going to be our next critical resources. So focused by that lens of sustainability, that reciprocal relationship that I mentioned, here's what we're doing. Last year we launched the $100 million Aspire initiative, and this initiative is designed solely to promote high school success and workforce readiness. This became the predominant focus of our charitable giving. Aspire provides grants to keep kids in school. It subsidizes research so we can help understand the roots of why kids succeed or why they fail in school. It funds important cross-cultural dialogue. And it also is bringing 100,000 kids through AT&T offices to job shadow our employees so they can understand the relevance of what they're learning today in the classroom really is important to their future success. This program, it clearly has an altruistic component, but frankly, it just makes good business sense. It's a sustainable business practice. We have repeatedly learned over and over that our company does well by doing good. Finally, let's look at probably the only area that many of you thought I was going to talk about, and that's sustainability specifically related to energy and the environment. The largest source of AT&T's direct emissions comes from the tens of thousands of vehicles that we use every day to support our customers. That's why we're taking immediate and measurable steps to reduce our emissions. Over the next 10 years, we've committed to spend up to $565 million to deploy 15,000 vehicles using alternative fuels, 800 of those vehicles this year. This includes the largest commitment to compressed natural gas vehicles by any U.S. company, and in fact, we've already started working with U.S. suppliers to build compressed natural gas stations to support 8,000 vans. The Center for Automotive Research estimates that we will save or create about 1,000 jobs for each year of our commitment. These actions will reduce our fuel consumption by 49 million gallons of gasoline. They'll reduce our environment-harming emissions by 211,000 metric tons and have the impact of eliminating the annual emissions from more than 38,000 traditional passenger vehicles. Perhaps more importantly, we do hope these actions signal demand far beyond our company, demand for more fuel-efficient cars to be built in the United States.